Hi there, my name is Moray. I'm a fashion designer obsessed with history. Welcome to my series where I learn more about history, and today we're doing a video on Artemisia of Caria. Now then, I usually do videos on the partners of famous people from antiquity. However, Artemisia of Caria was a wife, Xerxes' war wife. Now then, here is the timestamp, so you can skip to Artemisia's life and role in the Battle of Salamis. However, I'm going to talk about the Achaemenid Empire and Xerxes a little bit first. Xerxes I is a famous leader born to Darius the Great. He was born in 518 BCE. The Achaemenid Empire was probably one of the greatest in the world of the time. It stretched from the Balkans to Egypt. And this is a time before Alexander the Great ruled. So the world hadn't known an empire like this before. When Darius falls ill in 486 BCE, Xerxes has to take up the throne aged 32 years old.
Tell me, is it true that the Spartans are the bravest warriors in all Greece?
You will find that out for yourself.
Now then, the Achaemenid Empire has a long history of conquering. So let's talk about some of the client states of the Achaemenid Empire. As Cyrus the Great, the kingdom's founder, conquered Babylon and Media, his son conquered Egypt. Darius the Great, Cyrus the Great grandson, ended up stabilizing the empire in a very Aurelian-esque move, and Xerxes was ready to conquer more. If we look at the Battle of Thermopylae, for example, in the famous film 300, which I'll be watching now with Gerard Butler. So let's talk about the client kingdoms under Xerxes' rule. You've got Egypt, we've got Lycia, we have Judah, and we also have Macedonia. Most importantly today we're going to be talking about the kingdom of Caria. We're going to skip over many of the battles, including the Battle of Thermopylae, Battle of Salamis. And it was like Tetramanos helped during the Battle of Salamis. I think Artemisia of Caria is probably the most famous. So let's discuss Artemisia. So Artemisia was born in Helicarnassus. Her father Lygadamis I was a ruler, and no historical record provides Artemisia's husband. However, we do think that she got her throne from being widowed. Xerxes made the decision to engage the Greek fleet at the Battle of Salamis, and he wanted to go straight into battle rather than consolidating his forces.
I'll have his heart for this. I'll have it cut out and brought to me on a platter.
No! Can you admit defeat? There's a better way.
What is it?
Even the greatest king cannot defy the gods. Tell your men you've had a message from heaven to return to Persia. By this, you would save your honor, reaffirm your divine origin, and rob Leonidas of victory.
Yes. Yes.
Now then, Artemisia of Caria was totally against this. She knew that the forces would be outnumbered. So she wanted to avoid a naval confrontation. However, Xerxes was steadfast and he was like, let's get into this.
Do it.
And she had to obey his commands. So what does she do? She commands 5 fleets. And she is very strategic in regards to how she commands these fleets. During the battle, Artemisia's ship was pursued by an Athenian vessel. She knows that she has to sacrifice one of her ships and does so. However, the Athenian vessel sees this, thinks she's deserting herself, and decides to desert, thus allowing her to escape. Allegedly, Xerxes states, when seeing this from his throne, my women have become men and my men have become women. Despite this, Artemisia ends up losing the battle with Xerxes and the Persian fleets, and the Greeks win. And the Persians are defeated at Salamis. Now, all this information is according to Herodotus, so it may be skewed a little bit. Herodotus is not the most reliable source. In Parallel Lives, Plutarch states what an excellent naval commander Artemisia is. She's renowned by historians throughout history, and she's regarded so well. Even today, she's named after many, many ships. Xerxes sought her for counsel after basically losing his throne, and we don't know much about her, and it's not in a lot of historical record. However, she is rumored to have died by a failed suicide attempt, but there's not much historical record of her, which is really sad. And yet, to this day, historians past and present still absolutely adore her and see her as probably one of the strongest naval rulers of antiquity. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in 2025.